Jacob. This is Little Grandma, and today I'm going to tell you stories about some men who lived a long time ago. Just like you, they loved music, so they composed different kinds of music, which I will play for you in a few minutes. Composed means to write music. So you will be listening to a little of their compositions, which is music they have written. I think if you sit nicely and watch with Grandma, you will love this music. The first composer is Johannes Brahms, and he wrote a lot of beautiful music. He composed a very beautiful lullaby called Cradle Song, which is better known as Brahms' Lullaby. The lullaby's melody is one of the most famous and recognizable in the world, used by lots of mommies to sing their babies to sleep. The lullaby was first performed in public on the 22nd of December, 1869 in Vienna. That was before even I was born. Listen now to a little of the music as you look at the picture of Brahms. Our next composer is Frederic Francois Chopin, who was born 1810 in Poland. He wrote mostly for the piano. He was one of the leading musicians of his time. A child prodigy, which means he was a very clever little boy. He completed his musical education and composed many of his works in Warsaw before leaving Poland at the age of 20. At the age of 21, he settled in Paris. He had a sweetheart called George Sand, a lady who wrote stories, so he stayed in France and became a French citizen. We are going to listen to part of a nocturne. A nocturne means night music, and this is composed by Chopin. You will also see pictures of him. Now we will meet Claude Debussy, who was born in France, August 22nd, 1862. He began piano lessons when he was a very little boy, and he was so good that he was able to enter the Paris Conservatory at the age of 11. He stayed at the conservatory for over 10 years. He won lots of prizes, and his teachers were amazed at how good he was. One of my favorite compositions is Clair de Lune, which means moonlight in English. Listen to a little of it now and see what Claude Debussy looked like. Our next composer was born in Italy in 1858 and is named Giacomo Puccini. He is famous for his operas, and my favorite is La Bohème, which means the Bohemian. That's a big word for a little boy to understand. So just look at Puccini's pictures and listen to a little of Musetta's Waltz from the opera La Bohème. The last composer for today is George Gershwin, who was born in 1898. He was an American composer and pianist, and one of his finest compositions was Rhapsody in Blue. So let me play a little of that for you, and you can see his pictures while it is playing. Well, Jacob, this is our first video on composers, and I do hope it was fun for you. I'm going to close this video with my own composition, written especially for Jacob. So sit nicely, put on your listening ears, and I'm going to sing it for you. Are you ready? Okay. I love Jacob, yes I do. I love Jacob, toot 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 toot. Did you like that, Jacob? That was specially for you. Okay, I'm going to say goodbye now, and I'll talk to you soon, and I hope you'll continue to listen to this beautiful music and learn all about these composers. I love you, Jacob. Bye.